Hello, adventurers, and welcome to another episode of Bless Unleashed walkthroughs with your boy No Deflection. Today we will be running through Lich. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. Oh, and I love this. That was super exciting. I'm gonna leave that in there for all the viewers. Make this even better with that splice. So Lich. So first things first, when you run into this first area, you can have somebody aggro these guys as long as you stay away from the boss. You can aggro them, pull them into this little gated area, and DPS them down until they are dead, like the zombies they are. Are they zombies technically? Ghouls. Yeah, why not? Let's ghoul zombies. What's the difference really? So just have somebody go in there, aggro them all, bring them all in here. You'll probably get slapped around a little bit. Even if you die, you can just repire, come back, and just keep killing these guys until they're all gone. Just the objective here is obviously not to aggro the Soul Reaper, which is pretty easy. You'll see what we're going to do here. Super simple. We are running today with not necessarily a full guild, so we'll we'll be taking our time with the first one, second one, and if I'm not mistaken on Lich, we will probably end up DPSing through all the phases. If I'm not mistaken, it's a pretty quick run down there. So back to the first guy here, Soul Reaper. So Soul Reaper's going to be kind of a pain in the ass for melees. Actually, a lot of these classes, or a lot of these bosses are a pain in the ass for melees. Lich is great for melees, but the first two are just a pain in the butt for melees, as you'll see. So Soul Reaper is pretty simple. He'll bring up sais that come out of the ground, scythe sais, whatever you want to call them. He'll attack you randomly. He will also disappear. He'll actually jump into the ground and disappear and go to a different location. He doesn't have any rhyme or reason of who he goes after, but he does have two special phases that pop up. I believe one's at 70 and one's at 35%. What he'll do is he'll go to the center of the arena, and he will either A, suck you in and leave your soul at your current location, or B, he will blow you back, leaving your soul at your current location. So what you want to do is, and my suggestion to, if you have especially a lot of melees in this fight, is even if you're not doing damage when he's doing his power-up and he's about to blow you back or pull you in, it's good to separate a little bit so your souls aren't super close together, because if you happen to grab someone else's soul, they will die, and this will give him a huge damage buff. So what happens is, if let's say me and the satyr are right next to each other and we get blown back and our souls are right next to each other and I go up and grab one, more than likely I'm going to grab both of them by accident. When that happens, which is what you're seeing here, he's going to do his power-up. He's going to blow us all back. There's the souls, those little white things. You should be grabbing your own soul. No matter where you get pulled to, no matter where you get blown to, you should only be grabbing your own soul. Do not be a greedy son of a bitch and take someone else's soul, okay? So once you have your soul, you can DPS him down. He'll blow you back. He won't kill you. If you miss your soul, he'll blow you back and he'll kill you there. So the objective is just DPS this guy down, avoid the sais, because they will take you down really fast. One full combo from a sai will probably kill you. He does one giant sai he does a giant circle of sais that go around him in a big circle, and they do crazy amount of damage. You don't normally see it. It depends on what kind of damage you're doing to him. If you're DPSing through him, you won't see it. If you're taking your time with him, you will most definitely see it. So like I said, he's going to go up and down. He's going to avoid your attacks. He's going to be a pain in the ass. He's just going to keep dipping out on you. You know, he's scared. Come on, got to give the guy a break. Yeah, 5 versus 1, you know, he doesn't think it's fair, so he's going to be like, yo, peace out, and he'll come back in a random location. So, like I said, just keep doing your thing. At 70% and 35%, he'll do his blowback or pull-in. And like I said, grab your own soul when this happens. I believe he's going back right here. This is at, yeah, so right here, he'll start saying some words. And you also don't want to be directly on top of him when you do this. See, he just pulled this in that time. So everyone's rolling and going toward their own soul now. You always want to go to your own soul. Do not grab someone else's. So back on the point, if you're melee and you're on top of this guy, and you end up, you're attacking him, you're really close to him, and he blows you back, or pulls you in for that matter, your soul might be underneath him, and you might not be able to grab it, actually. That has happened before, where two of us were actually on him. Neither one of us could get our soul because our souls were actually underneath his giant feet, under his ass, whatever you want to call it. We could not get to him. So he got 2 damage buffs in that phase. Not saying you can't kill him when he's, buffed up like that, because we've definitely done it. It's just a pain in the ass, and it, hits harder, it takes a little longer. So avoid that at all cost. So that's Soul Reaper in essence. And huge shout out to the guys who gave me my opening intro, Whiskey and the Wolves, and the song is "Devour the Sun." Vocals you see here, the Archer is actually the lead singer for that band. Fantastic band. Check them out on Spotify, YouTube. Fantastic guys. "Devour the Sun," Whiskey and the Wolves. So once you beat Soul Reaper, you're gonna go through this little channeled area, hallway, start killing these archers. Get used to how these guys attack, these archers. You'll be seeing them in the final boss fight. They are a pain in the butt. So as you can see, when they hit you, they'll knock you back. When you're fighting Lich, the last boss here, they will knock you back and force you to stop a combo, all that good stuff. So be prepared for that. Also, when running through this hallway, you can actually queue up the final video for Lich. It happens randomly. Try to do it when there's not a bunch of archers. I think the Satyr actually does it soon. Yep, right here. So he actually did it just by running along the, I guess it would be on the map, the south side wall when running through the hallway. No, it would be in the north side wall, running through this hallway on the map. So you can queue that up. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you don't do it now, you'll see it later. It's not the end of the world. The spikes obviously damage, as you saw there. So next we have Bone Crusher, or Nipples McGee, as we like to call this guy. He's probably one of the ugliest little bosses you'll go against in this game. And he's a pain in the ass for melees again. So Bone Crusher, he has a couple of, not stun attacks, but slow attacks. He'll hit you, and he'll slow you down. That purple you see above my head, that's a slow. If he hits you once, you'll get that slow, and it's going to slow you down. Not slow your attacks, just slow your walking and running speed. Now, if he hits you twice, it's an immediate stun that lasts a long, long time. You'll see here. This is going to last a solid 10 seconds, 12 seconds. It's a ridiculous stun, in my opinion. No stun should be that long in this game. So when he gets to a certain percentage, he actually does it based off time, not a percentage of how much damage you do. You get him down to 50% in 20 seconds, and he'll still do it timed. So what he'll do is he'll do 3 jumps, and he'll jump at the farthest person from him. So a good tactic for this is to get all you guys in the corners, or a corner in general, and he'll just run back and forth between you guys. So he'll do 3 jumps and 3 sprints. So as long as you're the farthest person away, you know he's going to come to you. That's what you need to be aware of. If he does happen to run to you and you get caught by him, he will probably kill you. The jump won't do as much damage. It'll do, I think it does on me, an average of like 1,000, and I'm at like 79 or 80% defense. So I don't think that's going to do crazy amount of damage. But the run continuously hits you. As it hits you, it just keeps hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. Not only that, he'll probably bump you into the spikes, which do a significant amount of damage as well. Once again, you want to avoid being hit by him at all, and definitely avoid that second hit, because that'll give you that awesome stun that we love so much. So lastly, he'll obviously bounce you back like that. This just means he's going to start doing his jumping phases. His jump phase 3 times, and his run phase 3 times. The skeletons that pop up, for whatever reason, they do no damage really. Just bang them out, get your rage back with them. There is a trial, I believe, to kill, I think not all the skeletons, but like 85% of the skeletons before he does. So if you want to jump on them and try to get that trial, it's not too hard. I think we've done it already. I don't think we do it here. So he'll do his 3 jumps, 3 runs, and he goes back into a regular attack phase. And that's pretty much it for the Bone Crusher. He's not a crazy hard as far as mechanics-wise. He's just a pain in the ass because melees, if you're standing anywhere near the front side of him, he's probably going to end up stunning you with that fist he does, the uppercut he does. That's pretty much it. So I'll let you guys just hang out and watch this DPS this guy down. Oh, actually, that is the last attack you should watch out for. He'll jump, and then once he lands, he'll do a spin attack. You can survive this. I've been jumped on, then he spun on me. It left me with 7% HP. It just does a crazy amount of damage. If you can avoid it, avoid it. If you can't, you can't. It's his jump is so quick that if he does get you with it, you're probably going to end up going down. Just another thing to be aware of. So see right there, his jump hit me for 1,097, and I'm at 79 or 78% defense. So as you can see, he's targeting me because I'm the furthest guy away, and he'll go for the next furthest person away. Just don't clump up when you guys are doing this part. Just avoid each other if you can. Makes it a lot easier. And that's Bone Crusher. So now that the Bone Crusher is down, we have one last boss to do, which is Lich. Now, this last little hallway, there's going to be a bunch of skeletons. I would suggest that the Zerkers get the rage back, mages build your crystals, whatever you want to do. We try to share the skellies as much as possible so everyone can get their rage back so we can do some major DPS on the last boss. Oh, there's also a jumping game right here. If you follow those bricks up right there and jump up the wall, there's a jumping game up to the top where you can actually get to a chest, which, you know, sometimes has potions. If you're lucky, you'll get some scrap metal, you know, the good stuff. So once these guys are dead, you're going to jump down off this little ledge right here. You can't run back that up higher once you're down here unless you die. Just a heads up there. And if you pass that center circle that you see there, if you pass that little circle, that will start the boss. So what you want to do is if the meter's doing, you know, if the mage is doing meteor, you want to have them do it in this area right here. And then once it sets off, then you guys jump on him. I think here we just jump in on him. I don't think we do anything special. Yeah, we all just run in. There you go. So, Lich. He's a fantastic organ player, but apparently the lore says that he did something to the king that really upset him, and then he put a curse on the king, and you know the organ is actually built out of all the people he's killed, all the adventurers he's killed, something like that. It's a great piece of lore. If you have not read it, and you say that this game has, you know, trash story and lore, I highly suggest reading that little bit at least. It's very interesting. So Lich, the big things with him are we want to DPS him down. He has 3 phases at 80, 50, and 11%. So once he gets to 80, he's going to pop a shield. This shield is going to need to be DPS down. And once that shield's down, he'll pop skeletons. Once the skeletons pop up, he's going to stun you guys twice, and then his damage check will start. My suggestion here is out of all your characters, leave 2 that can DPS the shield, and then leave 2 to DPS the DPS check itself. That's a suggestion. Obviously here we have 4 Zerkers. We're just going to be Earthbreakering, and I think 1 guy's Guillotine. We're just going to be blowing through everything we possibly can. It's a lot of DPS, 3 defense downs. It's pretty good work. As far as the pools that you see on the ground, so you have red and purple. So purple pools, you want to obviously run away from Lich as far as you can and drop them on the ground away from him. You do not want to be anywhere near him. Those stay on the ground until he pops a bunch of them in one time. The red ones, on the other hand, will just pop wherever he wants them to. Just avoid them, just avoid them. So the reds pop anywhere. The purples, you want to move away from him and drop them somewhere that's not near him. My suggestion is take them off the stairs completely to the sides. I don't know if he does it in this one because I think we DPS through most of it. But he'll be popping the purples when his staff glows purple like you just saw. When that staff's glowing purple, that means he's going to pop them. When he pops them, it does the same effect that the red does. Like it shoots spires up through the ground and it hits you. But it not only does that, it does poison, it does stun. It's a crazy attack. It'll probably kill you if you get hit with it. So right here is the second phase at 50%, shields up. So we have all of our Zerkers just zerking out on him, doing a breaker, and it's a pretty quick DPS phase. So once the shield is down, he's going to see that's the purple popping you want to see. You want to be aware of that. Reds are up. You obviously want to get away from here. I might have gotten hit. Yeah. So I got hit here, got taken down. Just pop back up, kill the skellies with Whirlwind, whatever you guys got to do. You need everyone to be up for this last DPS check. So he's going to stun us for a second time here. Get out of that. Attack some skeletons, whatever you got to do. And then second DPS phase starts. Oh, that was the first one. So this is the second one. Now note, on the second time you guys do the DPS check, there will be archers, as you can see over there, shooting you. These guys will knock you. If they knock you too much, obviously you're not going to be able to do enough DPS, and you're gonna fail. If you fail one DPS check, you will die. You will lose the whole match. You got to start over. So, if you have to have one person aggro all the archers, you can, in between these phases, in between the 50 and 20, you can kill these 2 archers that are up right now. Or if you have enough DPS, you can actually just DPS the guy down, leave the archers up, and just, you know, be prepared to take the attacks to the back. If you feel comfortable doing that and you've got the DPS, by all means go for it. That's what we do here. It's not that hard, especially if one person's aggroing all of them. Now, if you have those two, and then you've got 2 to 4 more popping up in the last phase, they can seriously do some damage, and you won't do anything for this guy. So like I said, last shield phase pops up at 11%. Once that shield's down, you only have 11% to get him down. You probably won't even make it through the full DPS check. You'll probably kill him before that. I think that's what we do here, actually. So obviously there are archers up in the back. They're shooting people. And then that's pretty much it. That's Lich in a nutshell. Hope you guys had a great one. Thank you all for watching. Leave me some comments if you want. And don't forget, no deflection. And for the intro video, it's vocals and Whiskey and the Wolves. Thanks, guys.